Here we are then, we're in Manchester, it's a Saturday morning and I'm just getting ready to go to Play Expo at Event City, so I better hurry up and get ready, and we're going to go and see if we can buy some Sega Mega Drive games today, possibly some Master System. I'm going to play some old school classics, so keep watching and we'll catch you all again soon outside Play Expo. So we just arrived at Event City and we're just walking into the queue for Play Expo. It didn't look as busy, but we are a little bit earlier this time, so you can see the queue was all round here last year, so hopefully we can pretty much walk straight in at 10 o'clock. That remains to be seen. So yep, I've got to try and get rid of my hangover today really, but let's see how it goes anyway. What was I saying about it not being too busy? Looks like I've got to join another queue. It's only 9:30 in the morning, God knows what it's going to be like later on. So we've just gone into Play Expo, it's just gone 10 AM. Already people are clamouring for the PS4 machines. I'm not actually quite sure where I'm going at the moment. I think Dave Prowse is over there, Darth Vader. But we're just going to have a look round. I'll get some traders first, see what they've got for us. It looks a lot more bigger than last year, a lot more empty spaces. A lot of it's, there's my favourite trader coming up on the left, Console Passion. Looks like a lot of it's cordoned off this time. I don't remember it being like this last year actually. Maybe it was, but we're in anyway. The queue's massive outside. I timed it right, got in the queue about 9:30. I'm in at 10 AM. And I think it's time to get my list out and see what these boys have got for me. Okay, so it's absolutely crazy in Play Expo. I can relax a little now because I've just bought some purchases, spent quite a bit of money. So I spent a bit more than I intended to so early on, if you can hear me. But basically I'm going to go and have a look around now, see what I'm missed. Can relax a little, maybe play some games. It is absolutely chock-a-block considering it's only just gone 10:30. You can see everybody's doing their own stuff. Seen a couple of faces off YouTube, I recognise from subbing them. And yeah, I'm going to have a look round now, so I'm sorry for shouting because I don't actually know what you can hear. It's very noisy and I've sort of come out the outside of it a little bit. But yeah, Play Expo is having it large. Cracking t-shirts. Here's my favourite boys, but they haven't got anything for me this year. I've had to go elsewhere, unfortunately. Still a favourite of mine, Console Passion. This is a favourite bit of mine, but I don't think I've got the money on me to buy a Michael Myers mask. get round and have a look. There's absolutely too much to just capture on camera what's here. Absolutely loads of stuff. Not just games either, loads of merchandise. There's just too much going on for my brain to even register it, if you know what I mean. But, might be thinking the bar soon. Is it too early to have a drink? The pinball machines down here, I wonder where they got to. The arcade machines maybe. It's absolutely massive this year, play, it's absolutely massive. Nice darker area, as I prefer it. Got your Walking Dead over there. Game of Thrones. But you've got some old 8-bit stuff here. Spider-Man. It's getting very noisy now, so I better shut up. Anywhere, pushing the power. Oh, some of the old classic machines here, Defender and Space Invaders. Here we are live, it's 2 UK, how about that? How you doing, mate? You alright? Not too bad, just doing a bit of filming. Yeah. Yes. Anything to add to the collection? I have, I've got a few games, yeah. Good. Got about 7 I think so far, but good to see you, mate. So, you up for a beer in a bit? Yes. Okay, I'll catch up with you in a bit then. Live, that was 2 UK, how about that? Looking forward to catching up with him properly in a minute when I've stopped filming, we can have a nice chat and a beer. Have a quick look at some of the arcade machines are over here. Oh, really? I've one, no. Yeah, it's a slightly lighter and less noisier area now. Someone else is around here. There's loads of arcade machines. And I think I do need to get a better camcorder too, to you, alright? I don't know how this is going to come out. It's all good fun. There's just so much to take in, I think I need to go and grab a beer. So we're getting towards my kind of stalls again now. I can see some Doctor Who merchandise. Some games contests in a bit. Nobody ready yet though. That's Dave Prose who played Darth Vader. Here's the Ghostbusters. No doubt the Pac-Man challenge is going on. PS4 still a lot of interest. A lot of interest in Dark Souls 3, I think, on the PS4. Massive queue. Nobody's going on that today. There's something for everybody here, there really is. So we're back again. I've actually purchased 12 games, spent £370, so I've gone a bit crazy here at Play today. Obviously you're going to see what I've picked up later on in the video, but I just want to say it's been a very productive first 2.5, 3 hours. Played a bit of Bomb Jack, had a wander around. It's difficult to get on games, everybody seems to be very, very busy this year, very hard to get on something. I think I'm pretty much spent out now. I've got a bit of fodder left. But I've got to be a bit sensible now. I spent a lot of money today, and I'll talk to you about it when you can hear me a bit clearer, lads. It's getting a little bit noisy in here now. But yeah, we're still here at Play Expo on this Saturday afternoon. It's getting a bit warm, sort of sweating my balls off a bit. I'm thinking it's getting very, very close to getting something to eat and getting a pint, and maybe catching up with my mate Tutti. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Bit of cosplay going on there, I think. They've even got retro sweets by the looks of it. It's just difficult to film, there's just so many people around at the moment. Mega Drive heaven. definitely think it's time for a beer and some food now in the cafe, maybe. So just a quick update here at Play Expo, just coming into the quieter area. I've pretty much bought all my Mega Drive games. Just got another last minute purchase. I've spent an absolute bomb, and I've just bought a t-shirt as well. So it's I'm pretty much spent out now. I haven't had a drink, can't believe I haven't had a pint yet. I've only had a Diet Coke. Seen a few regular faces off YouTube, a few people I've subscribed to said hello to me. No, it's been very, very good fun. I'm pleased I've only come for the one day, otherwise I'd have be absolutely bankrupt. So I think pretty much I'm going to be winding down at Play Expo in a minute. I'm going to have a last look around, grab a pint, see if I can find the elusive Tutti UK for a quick beer, and then I think I'm going to go back to the hotel and have some more beer. So I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. It's been good fun. We've got a Bane just coming up, I think, and a Batman. People asking to have the photos taken with him. It was a scary mask. There he is. So yeah, onwards and upwards. So I'm still here at Play Expo, as you've probably gathered. Feeling a bit quiet today, but coming to the end of the day, it's been a good day. Really enjoyed it, but I'm absolutely shattered. Oh, that's a blast from the past there, Woody. I hope you've enjoyed the footage, guys, anyway. And I will see you shortly. Still so much going on as well.
past the level. That's the first time we've seen that since Mike's. That's not too shabby. Lovely hats. Hello. All right, good. I want to find out more about that one. Lovely hats. Oh, how's he done that? I looked away and it's like 250,000 points. Made you look stupid. 279,000. So, one could be the leader. 325,000 still be. And Mike looking really. So we've got a still on the line as well.
Well, I hate to say it, I think the time at Play Expo's come to an end. It's been emotional, it's been fun, but it's time to go and test all those games I've bought. Okay, so we're actually finally back from Play Expo in Manchester. What a day! I'm just still recovering, to be honest. It's actually a few days after Play Expo. I've just first bit of a chance I've actually had to put this last part of the video together. So I'm going to try and talk about actually what happened at Play Expo, what I thought of it, of course any pickups I may have purchased. So basically I went down on Friday night to Manchester, stopped over, and I got there pretty early to Event City. I think I got there about 9:20. I've got to be honest, it was really well organised, as like they promised. There's people going around the queues, the organisers were going around issuing out wristbands for scanning your ticket in. So basically at 10 o'clock early entry, you could walk straight in, and it was pretty much that. I was in there for 2-3 minutes after 10. I'm not sure how it got on with the people who just turned up at the day for 11 o'clock, whether it was as straightforward. When I first got there wasn't that much of a queue until you went around the corner, and then it started to realise that yeah, there was going to be a queue. But that was pretty much it. I walked straight in. It seemed really open to start with. It seemed like there was a lot of empty space, but it seemed very, very big. Maybe it's because it seemed a lot bigger hall than Blackpool. I'm not actually sure if it is, but that's sort of the way it seemed. It just seemed, I don't know, like I said, a lot of open areas. First of all, I think I headed to Console Passing, because I thought, I didn't know what to do. I went in there, there's so many things, and you think, I'm in first, what am I going to get on before everybody else? But I thought, first of all, I've gone there to buy games primarily. So the first thing I headed to was Console Passion. Now, last time in Blackpool, I actually cleaned them out of every single box with manual Sega Mega Drive title that I needed. So I'd actually looked on their website, and I believe they've got about 7 titles for me. That was if their website was up to date. But of course it wasn't. I went there and they had a couple of titles I hadn't got, but they had no manuals. Unfortunately, they had nothing for me. So then I was thinking, well, I've come to a show now, I really want to add to my collection. I'm getting so close to getting the final lap towards completing the full PAL Mega Drive set. I thought, shit, I've got to go and find somebody who's got some games. So I went to a few dealers like Sore Thumb, there's a couple of others there, can't quite remember the names, but I went in early, made a few bulk buys, got what I wanted, and pretty much I think I got 12 games within the first hour or hour and a half. I did get a later purchase, but unfortunately it turns out one of my purchases, now this is the only purchase I've had in something like 430 games that I've bought that doesn't work. I've cleaned it, I've blown on it, I've switched the Mega Drive on and off, I've reset it, just will not load up on the Mega Drive, which is a game Generations Lost, and I paid £10 for it. So it's not the end of the world. I will find that game again. It's not one of the rarest, although to be honest, I haven't seen it anywhere before, I should say. But anyway, we basically I picked up 12 games. Now I'll go back onto that in a second about the and show you the pickups and that. But I should talk a little bit more about play, what I thought about it. I've watched Tutti UK's video, and I pretty much agree with what he said. I love to see the merchandise stuff. I love Doctor Who, I've seen the Star Wars stuff. There was some stall that had some pretty crappy but licensed Karate Kid figures, which I think were there before. You know, there was t-shirts, there was all the stuff in your Walking Dead or your program. There was everything there. There was lots of stuff for it. There was something for everybody, which is great. Like, you know, like Tutti, you take your child there and that. There is something for everybody, but I totally agree with what he's saying about the retro games. There seemed less traders. There was a couple of big names weren't there, like Blue Bear wasn't there. I think Attic Bug weren't there. There's a few of the faces that you recognise that weren't there. It was all mixed in. It was mishmashed. The retro thing just wasn't in one area. There was different stalls. I nearly missed somebody. It was in opposite some knives or something, samurai things, which were at Blackpool, I think. But I was thinking to myself, well, knives aren't really retro gaming, are they? All this merchandise isn't really retro gaming to a sense. But there seemed to be some decent arcade machines, and there was some. I don't think there's as many pinball machines this time. I might be wrong, but there seemed to be a lot of arcade machines. But again, it was the same old problem. You couldn't get on the machines, as people seemed to be hogging them all the time. You know, I had a game of Bomb Jack. I think it was the only game I played, which is I can't even remember what computer it was on now. I had one game. I went straight off. You know, you have a go unless you're playing with a mate. You have a couple of football games. You get off there. You know, it's the same with the the PS4 terminals. You can't get on any of them, and the only ones you can get on are the ones where there's only one pad. You know, you can never get on the multiplayer games, the shoot 'em ups. There's just rows and rows of kids, and for me, I only go to buy games that much now, and in the sense that there wasn't that many traders, it's got me thinking. But having said that, I've booked a hotel for Blackpool. I'm going to go down. I've booked it with cancellation, so we'll have to see what happens. Depends how Play Expo pans out. But the plan is to go down and give Blackpool a go, because it is good fun in Blackpool. There's more than just Play Expo, and when you've got Play Expo there and Blackpool, it sort of adds to it. But it'd be nice to catch up with you know, some people next time. Maybe I'll have a few more YouTube followers. Maybe I can meet up with a few more of the, you know, people in the business and that. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the show. But to be honest, I left pretty early. I was there from 9 o'clock and I left about 3 o'clock. You know, I was there 6 hours. I'd done what I wanted to do. Yeah, I could have bought more things, but I'd pretty much spent out. You know, so that's basically what I thought about Play Expo. We'll have to see. I'd like to do one of these. What Tucci's mentioned is in the markets. I can't make the one in Leeds, but I think Doncaster next year might be doable. We'll have to see. I'd love to go. I think something like that would probably just. I've never been to one, but I assume it's just traders, and that's it. So you go there to purchase games basically rather than play them. I may be wrong, but I think I'd have a lot more chance of really like a serious dent in the collection then. But anyway, to talk about what I picked up. I didn't go for Master System in the end. It was all going to be based on whether there was actually any Sega Mega Drive stuff for me. And believe it or not, although there was less traders, there was. As mentioned, I picked up 12 titles now. Well, it would have been 13 if that other one had worked, but when you figure out that I needed 112, I know I only need 100 titles for the collection. So it's a big dent. I think it's sort of like 82% of the collection. It's getting there. It's getting there really, really, really good. Really, you know, it's really happening. I mean, when you consider I've only really been collecting 2 years and I've got 82% of the collection. I may find the last 18% harder than the first 82, but it's probably going to be a lot more expensive. But when you consider I've probably got a collection worth a few grand now, whether I'm really going to make that much if I ever decide to sell it, will have to remains to be seen. But it's certainly good fun collecting it, and it's certainly an investment now for the future. So anyway, we're going to talk about the pickups now. It's really hard to work out what I paid because I did do a few bundle deals. So I've sort of got my note here, scribbled on still from Play Expo what I actually got. I've got to update it at some point. I'm going to try and do it in the lowest value games first. Now, there were a few games there that I haven't got that I couldn't take, which are Robocop 3, I think there's one of the Teenage Turtle games, and there's a couple of others, but I hadn't got manuals. You know, in a way it was a relief to me because I would have ended up spending over 500 quid. And I think in a sense, if you take off the 10 quid I wasted on that game that doesn't work, I think I spent something like £380, which is, I think it worked out at something like 30 quid a game. I can't quite remember the exact figures, but that was the kind of region. But at this stage of the collection, it isn't that bad really to be paying £30 a game. I don't think. You have to ignore some of the prices that are on the actual sleeves because, like I said, I did do some bundle deals. But anyway, we're going to start off with the first game, and this was the lowest paid game I've actually bought. It is Adam's Family. You can see it there. And that was £20.50. I think I just buy that on its own, but if you have a look, it looks pretty mint. You can see that in the camera, blocking my own view here. So I literally paid £20 for that, the Adams Family. So that was the first purchase. These aren't in any particular order because I did go to one store and blow about 100 quid in the first go. So you'll have to bear with me on this. So while I keep checking my list to tell you what I actually bought. Okay, the next one was £20 as well. But this is one I've never seen before in any of the game shops or any of the shows. It is Radical Rex. I have to excuse the voices when I meant to mention. If you've probably not already gathered, I have got man flu. And again, this is not in mint, but pretty damn good condition. Well, the inside of it is anyway. There's got a bit of battering on the outside of the case. That's another 20 quid game, and another one to tick off the list, which is Radical Rex. Okay, the third one, this is the manual's a bit battered inside, and it was a bit highly priced, I thought, you know, but it is another 20 quid game, and at this stage of the collection, like I say, I've just got to pick them off one by one. So there you go. So this one is Might and Magic Gates to the World. And you'll see what I mean in a minute when you see the manual is pretty battered. I think you can see that in the shot. But at the end of the day, it's complete, it counts, it's another one. So they're the 20 quid games now. I think they're going up a little bit in price, but not too much. Just get the list. Yeah, not too much. The next one was a game that's eluded me for a little while. I've been on the verge of picking this up a few times. It is Two Crude Dudes. Never played it. I imagine it's kind of a Final Fight Double Dragon type game. There's the inside of it. Two Crude Dudes. So we're already a quarter of the games down from what I actually picked up. I really wish I'd got another game, Generations Lost. I'm going to have to see whether I can get it to work on some form. I can't really keep it in my collection if it doesn't work. But anyway, so the next one, this is another one that's eluded me. I've seen it in the game shop here. I think it's Game Park in Aberystwyth, but it wasn't complete. It was this time. Paid £24 for this one. It is Splatterhouse 2. Again, not in bad nick actually. Splatterhouse 2. Right, we're gradually going up in price like I said. The next one was Zero Wing. Now I paid £27 for this, there you go. A bit late in showing you the screenshot, but there, you never mind. Better late than never. That's Zero Wing. Again, not too bad inside. Now this one, I don't think I've ever seen. Obviously I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it in any of my road trips. This one was £30. Truxton. Again, seems pretty damn good condition. I've got to say, the condition of some of these games isn't too bad when you consider how old they actually are. So the next purchase was. This was a £35 game. This was from Radical Link, by the way. Case is a bit chipped. Amazing Wars. You know, you can't be too picky. If you're going to have a full collection, you aren't going to get a full mint collection. It's impossible. Manual's got a bit of damage, but again, another complete purchase. So we're now down to the last four, so we're 2/3 of my collection from Play Expo through, and these two we're going to do pretty quickly, so I'm going to tell you what they are. It gets to the point where you still got to refer to a list when you're running out of games to collect, but there you go. These two games are about £40 each. I've got the first one, this is the second one. It is Fantasy Star 2. Again, manual not in perfect condition. But you've got to say, not a bad game to own. And the next one, you've probably guessed what's coming next. It is Fantasy Star 3. Again, same price, £40. Again, similar condition, very similar condition, but more than adequate and more than acceptable in my eyes. So we get down to the two what I'd class as biggies. They're not, as you know, you're not going to find the rarest of rarest titles of the game show without paying, and if you do, you're going to be paying mega bucks. So we got down to the last two. Now this one, I've got to be honest, I've never seen anywhere, and to be honest, from what I remember, it is in good. I'm just going to look at it again now, but I've tested it. Obviously, it works. I think it is in really good conditions. It's down as 50 quid. I managed to get it for 40. It is McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. So it's Ronald McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, and it is a game that I've never ever seen in any of the shows and any of the retro shops. So it must be pretty damn rare because I've visited quite a few. And again, he said it was really good condition. I would agree with that. The manual's got a little bit of damage, but you've got to say that is a good purchase. And so we're on to the last one, which I would also class as a biggie. I haven't got the first one, but this is part 3, and this game was down as 55 quid, and I got it for 50. So the big one for me, and I'm going to play this at some point actually, Along with the McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, I got Double Dragon 3. So there you go. And this one was actually in pretty good condition. A little bit of damage to the manual, but you're being nitpicky really. These games are in good nick, very good nick. So there you have it. There's my 12 pickups from Play Expo. And if you hold on a tick, I was going to show you the game that that didn't work, but I put it in the other room, so I'm not going to bother going and get it. But I was going to show you that, and that would have made 13, but unfortunately it's 12. So I'm really pleased with what I picked up. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, it's more than I was expecting. I was hoping Console Passion would have about 7 games. They didn't, but I've got to say, with the less traders we play, to pick 12 games up when you only need 112 is more than adequate. And I think that's pretty much me done for game collecting for a while now, because I'm pretty much spent out. I've been working hard at it for 2 years. It's really, really difficult, as you know, for me to do road trips at the moment. I just think I need a break from it now. I think the next game shop I'm going to go to will be that retro game shop in Durham, and that'll be early December. I mean, we're already towards the end of October now. There is a little possibility I may visit a couple in Plymouth when I'm down in Devon shortly. We'll have to see. It's all fundage now and taking a step back, I think, because I've pretty much been going at it really, really, quite a lot, and I think you sometimes need a bit of motivation from somewhere, to carry on doing it. But having said that, I enjoyed Play Expo. It was different. I was there on my own. I had a wander around. I just really wanted to purchase stuff, and there was a lot to purchase, and it's a shame I couldn't meet up with Tootie to have a beer. It was nice to see him on camera, by the way, as you've seen from the video. I understand he was with his daughter, but I'm really hoping we can get together, me and Tootie and any of the other retro game lads, and have a few beers in Blackpool, because that's what I'll be looking forward to next year, and possibly the video game market, I think, in Doncaster, which is early March. So we'll have to see how it all pans out. It's all to do with money. It's an expensive habit, game collecting, as I'm sure you're all aware. I'm really, really trying to get to a full PAL Mega Drive set. Maybe then we can start a Master System. There will come a point soon where I will start on them, I know that. I'm just trying to delay it as long as possible to get as many of the Mega Drive collection as I can. So that's pretty much where we're at. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything out. I've waffled on for so long now. I've got man flu. I think I'm going to go and finish putting this video together, get it uploaded so you can see it, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, let me know what you thought of the footage at play. I haven't got the best camcorder in the world. It did turn out the sound came out alright at the end. I know there's a lot of moving around. I couldn't get the still shots the way I wanted to. There's a lot of people there. That was my reason for not getting that much clear footage, or my excuse anyway. But I did my best. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And thanks a lot for listening. I'm going to now go and say adios, gamers.